Welcome back to I Love. I am Podan. On today's episode, we're going to take a quick look at Atari 50, the anniversary celebration. Oh yeah! In addition to being available on all platforms digitally, they decided to do physical editions for the PlayStation 4, Xbox, and of course, the Switch. And the Switch also had a Collectors Edition Steelbook. That's right! So, let's take a quick look at the Steelbook, what it came with, and then we'll talk about the game a little bit and what I thought of it. Alright, here we go. As you can see, the Steelbook, I always like to call them Steelbook. The Steelbook edition came with a sleeve. Now, the sleeve is not on it right now because it's actually so tight that I almost couldn't get it off intact, so I've decided to leave it off. But the cover is nice, very good, and it shows you some cool stuff on the back. Oh yeah, go on an interactive journey through video game history, including more than 100 playable games. Play rare and legendary games from 7 Atari platforms, including Jaguar, Lynx, 2600, 5200, 7800, 800, and Arcade. Discover 6 all-new games inspired by Atari classics, including the never-completed Sword Quest Title Air World. Explore interactive timelines that blend games, exclusive interviews, artwork, and trivia into a seamless experience. Hells yes. This is one of the best compilations I have ever seen, and I feel it sets a precedent for how they should be made moving forwards. Taken a little more historically seriously, let's say. So that is the cover, and here is the beautiful golden Steelbook. Looks very, very nice. It's a little dust on the black Atari logo. Oh yes. The side looks really nice. They decided to put it in black. Little tiny Atari logo there. The back has, I feel like it's supposed to be like the joystick logo, maybe? If somebody actually knows what this is supposed to be, let me know. Oh! It's part of the swoosh symbol, isn't it? Or whatever. Is it? I don't know. Something. It's something. But maybe it's supposed to be the 50. Oh, it's supposed to be the 50. Totally, it's these lines right here. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's supposed to be, I think, one of the numbers. All good, though. So we can pop open the Steelbook right here. Boom. Let's pop out our goodies. You get a poster. You get the cartridge. We'll take a closer look in a second. And your 90-day warranty. Everybody loves those. This should show up. Inside, you can see the cool Atari 50 logo with all the neat pictures inside. Looks very, very cool. I did go with the Switch version because I did want to get the collector's edition of the game. I thought it was very cool to have one. It's very neat to see Atari getting these physical editions of their own games that are coming out. Very, very cool, Atari. As I said, Atari's back, baby. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Let's take a peek at the little cartridge. It's very cool. Obviously, it's just your standard Switch cartridge with your little Atari 50 sticker. Cool. Let's take a peek at the poster. I do like the posters. I wish that they could find a way to give you the poster without all the folds, but whatever. So here we can see, this poster's pretty cool. I do like this picture. It's cool, like pink, retro-y type of colors. Should be able to hold it like this so we can see everything. There we go. But as you can see, it kind of looks like the side of a building or two, with all kinds of cool Atari stuff coming out of it. We got Lunar Lander, we got Adventure, we've got Centipede, Yars, we got Outlaw, Pong, a ping pong table, arcade machines, we got Tempest, we got Breakout, we got Asteroids, we got Sword Quest, We got Warlords, Haunted House. Oh, yeah. I think this is the only one I can't figure out what it is. I honestly don't know what that one is. The guy with the criminals. Criminals. Atari game with criminals. I don't know. Ooh. Combat tank game. Oh, yes. Oh, and this one. What is that one? That's Star Raiders, maybe? Ooh, Missile Command. Very cool. I like this. This, to me, is a shout-out to Atari Mania, which just recently came out, too. Very awesome. But very cool. And it even shows, them working at Atari a little bit. Neat poster. Very cool. And here, you can see kind of how big it is. Not too bad. Very neat. Gotta get your posterage on. So yeah, that's what you get with the Steelbook edition. You get your Steelbook, your sleeve, your cartridge, and your poster. If you get the standard edition, it's just a box with the game. Now, let's have a peek at what I think of the games. Super, super cool. As I said, the Steelbox was the one I wanted to get because I did want a more collectible version of the game, because it is so awesome to see games like this coming from Atari. Physical editions, no less. Very cool. Had to get the card out because I got some cool information. So, in total, on the Atari 50 game, there is 103 games. Let's break it down for us real fast. There are 25 Atari arcade games, 4 800 computer games, plus 1 homebrew game. We also have 40 2600 games, 5 5200 games, 7 7800 games, 1 handheld game. This is the Touch Me turned digital. Very, very cool and neat to play. Lynx games, there are 5 of. Very, very good to have those. And Jaguar. We have 9 Jaguar games to play on here. Fantastic. Plus the 6 new games that they included on here, created, inspired by Atari games. These are, of course, Haunted Houses, Vector Sector, Quadratank, Yar's Revenge Enhanced, Neo Breakout, and Sword Quest Airworld, the 4th game that never got completed in the past. Super awesome to see these games on here. I did not expect to see new games when we got the trailer that said it. I was shocked, surprised, and super happy. But that's how many games are in it and you can expect to play. The emulation in this collection compilation is incredible. The games play fantastic. I was playing it on the Switch version, as I said. All the games played awesome, super smooth, fast, good button responsiveness. Oh man, played just like the original games, and I used to play my 2600 all the time. Very, very cool. Lynx Edition and the Jaguar Edition is fantastic. And of course the 800 games too. I have never played games on these consoles. And on the 800 there is a homebrew game that is a fantastic game. I think it said that it's made by like college students who just, I think it was 2012-ish or something, they just wanted to see how advanced a game they could make on an Atari 800 computer. Super fun one to play as well. It's like a ball jumping through a tube. Very cool. Another neat feature in this collection is all of the pictures. There are brand new interviews, almost an hour and a half of interviews in here. Like literally Atari 50, the documentary movie. This is so cool. I have a compilation I created of these videos. If you want to see those, I will put a link down below in the description so you can watch it. I find myself watching it over and over again because the interviews are so fun to watch. I love video game history and anything to do with video games stuff that, like from the creators, behind the scenes, all super cool. I am of the notion that brand new video games, especially if they're AAA, should come with like a 30-minute to an hour-long documentary of behind the scenes. They don't need to tell us exactly how they made it, but just a little bit of the process and stuff. Here's some of the designs, this is what we were going to do, here's some levels that got cut, and here's what happened. That would be so cool. Also, this compilation is very special because the presentation presentation. That is what makes this so appealing. I haven't played the games a ton, only the new games, because I've played a lot of these games before. Maybe if you have never played these games, playing the games would be very, very appealing to you. But for me, I've played them all so much, but I still bought it because the presentation is incredible. This game compilation is more like an interactive documentary where you get to go through a whole timeline of pictures, interviews, stock footage, and quotes, and it all goes right through the history, separated into cool categories like PC, consoles, the rise and fall, the 90s, and the future, and stuff like that. It's so neat. This is really cool. There are not many compilations that have this type of detail and love. One that I can think of offhand, because there are so many compilations where it's just a bunch of games stuffed on, you know, a bunch of ROMs just stuck on a disc or a cartridge. Intellivision Lives, this one on the GameCube, this is cool too. I remember people flipped out when this one came out. This is a special compilation as well, because there's that extra attention and love to it. There are interviews, pictures, and the way that you enter the games is in this interactive pizzeria from the 80s that makes it feel like there's like an arcade room inside there, and then you get to turn on all the different games. So cool. And that was the neat part about this. As you go through the timeline, they talk about the games, every one of them in this timeline. When you get to them, you can just play them. There's a little blurb about them, and as you're playing them, you can also save states. They tell you the instructions. Oh, so good. Fantastic. I would love to hear in the comments down below how much you're loving Atari 50. Are you loving all of it? Are you playing the games? Is the new interviews a lot of fun and neat stuff that you've never heard before? I am loving everything about this collection, and I want more of them. What do you say Nintendo does one of these? Or maybe Sega, or Coleco, or Intellivision. It would be so cool to have a game like this for all of the game companies. A little documentary history piece. But before we go, I want to mention, since we're talking about physical editions, Limited Run and Atari have been hitting it out of the park lately. Because, in addition to Atari Mania's physical edition, the Atari 50 physical edition that came out as well, that was more official, not limited run like Atari Mania's, we also got announced that you can get Atari Recharged Volumes 1 and 2. These are going to be available for Switch and PS4. These will have 2 Atari Recharged games on each. Asteroids, Black Widow, Breakout, and Centipede will be on all of these. There's a 2-pack and singles of each. And then they also announced, crazy, they just keep going, there's a physical edition for the Switch of Tempest 4000. Super cool. I've already gotten these games on my VCS, you know, but I think it'd be really cool to just buy these because they're all cheap. They're only like 30 or 40 bucks a piece, and it'd be fun to just have them as kind of a Atari Now collection, right? Super duper cool. Getting close to Christmas? Oh yes, got another video coming before we hit the Christmas video, some gameplay video. Oh man, that's right. But as always, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.